Virtual Boys have been playing Nintendo since they were little. These 60 plus combined years of experience have made them experts in the field. Or at least they sure think so. Join them this week as they talk about something from the wonderful world of Nintendo. Listening to the Virtual Boys Podcast, a Nintendo podcast about Nintendo things by Nintensity. This podcast is done by four friends that talk about anything and everything Nintendo. Check out the website at nintensity.com and be sure to follow us on social media. Be sure to subscribe and share the show with your friends. Oh, of course, enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Boys Podcast, a Nintendo podcast about Nintendo things. This is episode number 109, and I'm your host, David. Isabelle turns over a new leaf, accompanied with Skylar.
Never thought I'd miss the food on Corneria.
And James.
The Virtual Boys gets the deluxe treatment.
Just like every other Wii U game, right?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
And apparently Wii games, too.
Now you come with a new outfit. Quick, everyone change their wardrobe.
Oh, gosh.
Quickly.
This is deluxe treatment here.
Wait, if it's the deluxe treatment, someone has to come into my room and give me a new outfit.
Oh.
That's the deluxe treatment. And I want a 5-star dinner.
And what new content do we have to offer for the deluxe treatment, since that's one of the requirements?
New wardrobe.
Anyway, okay. Now in color. Anyway, it's time for another news episode with James, Skylar, and David, as you heard us introduce ourselves. But it's not just any news episode, because this is a Nintendo Direct recap episode, and those are always super fun and super exciting. Especially this one. We got a lot of fun little surprises that I wasn't expecting. But before we get started with that, I just want to remind you to check out our Patreon page. These episodes go up early as a reward for those that support us. That's what I get for talking too fast. Check us out at patreon.com/Nintensity and come talk with us on Discord at ninten.city/Discord. Now it's time for a hard troll on the Animal Crossing fans with this Nintendo Direct.
That's easy.
They've been doing it for years.
Oh,
yeah, like literally every single Direct, everyone tries to summon the Animal Crossing demons and it never works.
Until
but it did this time, I guess.
But until now.
So with this Nintendo Direct, it actually aired, 3 hours ago? As of the time of this recording, and we're going to divide up a lot of the things that were covered into two topics. We're going to hit some of the things that we don't think are super duper exciting and mind blowing. And then we will talk about the big highlights from the Direct, some of the big reveals and some of the fun stuff to just talk about. So the first thing that we have is they showed us a bit more of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. They gave us a much deeper look at the story that Bowser Jr. is going to go off against. And I think it looks kind of fun. Do you guys have any quick thoughts on what they showed with Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Bowser Jr. section just looks like the Captain Goomba section, just with Bowser Jr.
But starring the Koopalings.
Yeah, the Koopalings were technically in the Captain Koopa section, or Captain Goomba section. But I mean, it's whatever.
It just looks as honest. I mean, no offense to Bowser Jr., but it does look kind of as boring as it looked in the original, or not the original, but the first Superstar Saga remake.
Yeah, if it's like the Superstar Saga remake, it's just gonna be worse than the original. So, just my personal opinion, I didn't like it as much as the original. They took out a lot of stuff that I loved about the game, and they didn't put in enough to compensate. I don't even think they have the Geno reference.
Yeah, they took that out.
Game. They took that one out, so
it's such a bummer.
I feel bad because I love Superstar Saga, but I just haven't gotten around to playing the remake. Now, I haven't played Bowser's Inside Story, but that is definitely one I want to try. But I am enticed to play this remake instead.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. If there's nothing else to play around January, maybe I'll pick it up.
It's my favorite
Skylar-
Mario and Luigi game.
That's what I was just about to ask.
So, I mean, Bowser's Inside Story is my favorite one, and I don't want to be heartbroken.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
I don't really want to play this remake, like the Superstar Saga remake. The Superstar Saga remake needed more of an update. This is a DS game, so
yeah.
And I liked the old graphics better than the new ones. I think the new ones looks like a giant pillow or like feathers just threw up all over the screen. But I'm not too sure. It's not my favorite art design.
So Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story launches on 3DS later this year. I can't remember the date all of a sudden. I should have written this stuff down.
Like January something. January 11th?
January? Oh, I think that's it. So
Oh,
get
great.
it if you're interested.
Around my birthday. Freaking wonderful.
Happy birthday, Skylar.
What's inside the story? Oh, no.
They also announced, and this one was kind of out of left field, Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn for the Nintendo 3DS. That's a thing.
It's extra epic.
We're still getting remakes for the 3DS.
That is quite funny, to be honest. Like, they must be selling relatively well if they are just still selling them, which, I mean, the 3DS has a big fan base or install base, so there you go.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Epic Yarn is like a really cute, kind of laid back Kirby game. It's actually slower than whatever the newest one's called. Man, I am off my game tonight.
Star Allies.
Star Allies. It's slower than that, if you can imagine that.
It's the kind of game where you have to sit back and just appreciate the scenery, really. It's not meant to be difficult. It's more of an art game.
Honestly, I feel like Epic Yarn was the test pilot for Yoshi's Woolly World. Like, without Epic Yarn, we wouldn't have Woolly World, and I really like Woolly World.
Yeah,
so
the company went from Wario Land Shake It to Kirby's Epic Yarn to Yoshi's Woolly World. So
there you go.
So really pretty. They added some new stuff. You get to play as DDD in a certain mode, and there's like a challenge mode where an enemy's trying to drop stuff on you throughout the entire level. So if you want a challenge to Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn, that's the one to get. But anyway, I'm probably not going to get it. I never actually finished Epic Yarn on the Wii, so this doesn't really call to me. The next thing that we have on the list is Katamari Damacy Rerolled.
the Katamari Damacy. No, 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 no. The music is so catchy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It will not get out of here. It will stay in your head.
It's in your head for life. Once you've heard it, you just can't get it out. You'll know exactly what's from the second someone sings it.
You know, when I first saw it, I thought this was a new game. But then it was like, oh wait a minute, no, this is a remake. But it looks so good in HD.
Yeah, it does look good.
I was like, man, I want this. It just Katamari Damacy is just one of those crazy, wacky things that you have to experience. And I like the motion controls for this one. I think it's smart.
Whoa.
Skylar
liking motion controls. What is this?
What happened?
I was like, the motion controls work perfectly for this game. Yes.
Great.
I can
10
see
out of
myself
10.
doing
Must
motion
buy.
controls for this game. But it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, it does. For sure. And that'll come out soon for your Switch. Next thing on our list is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They're replacing HMs and ride
Thank
Pokemon
goodness.
from the newer generations with secret techniques that Pikachu and Eevee will just automatically learn, which is, I guess that's kind of cool. You don't have to worry about pulling out a ride Pokemon and even HMs or anything like that. But you can still ride on Pokemon that are big enough. So if you want to sprint across the town on a fire horse's back, you totally can. And I think they weren't quite clear on this, but I think you can still surf on Lapras and maybe a couple of the other water Pokemon. But Pikachu does have his surfboard again.
I'm pretty sure we've seen footage of the trainer on a Lapras. So
right, and that's what I'm thinking.
So that's probably right.
Does this mean you always have to have Pikachu and Eevee with you?
You always have Pikachu and Eevee with you no matter what.
That was
that's
the case
just
before. We knew
the
that.
game. We knew that. Yeah, and you can't evolve either of them, which is kind of a bummer for it.
But they are giving like specific special moves to both Pikachu and Eevee. Like Pikachu's gonna learn like this water move, and Eevee's gonna learn
Eevee
3
learns a fire
different
one.
type. Oh, fire, lightning, and water. So
That's right.
So there you go. I mean,
Interesting.
it's interesting. I feel like we don't have to go because we've talked about this before, but it's very, very much a cute adventure that's just meant for the lulz and the, hey, we're in the Pokemon world, kind of a thing.
We all live in a Pokemon world. Sorry, I had to. But yeah, I'm still gonna get it. I'm actually oddly really excited for it.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just because I've been playing Pokemon Go a lot.
I'm not like really excited, but I'll definitely pick it up, and I'm sure I'll have a good time. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it, right, Skylar?
Nope, I'm skipping this one. When we were in the chat and James was like, "Yeah, you can't evolve Eevee," and then I looked it up and I couldn't evolve Eevee, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm not buying this." And I immediately removed it from my cart after that. I was like, "This is so dumb." I was like,
The whole point is pretty dumb.
The whole point of Eevee is to evolve. It's in the name. But whatever, Nintendo. You can do what you want.
Can we just briefly mention the bundle?
Oh yes.
What are your guys' thoughts on it?
I think it's really cute. I like the Pikachu and the Eevee. I really don't like the color combination of the Joy-Cons.
I think I agree with you.
It looks like poop and pee.
Okay. Well, look, I never thought that.
Yes.
But
It's like, these are horrendous colors. Thank you. No,
I
I'm
mean,
good.
it's
I
cute
just think
because
they
it
kinda
goes with the
clash.
Eevee and
I don't
Pikachu
know.
theme, but combined, I'm not a big fan.
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
they're technically both Pikachu colors because Pikachu's brown and yellow.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, if you know how the Joy-Con has like the strap attachment, they have a secondary color to the Joy-Con.
Yeah,
and
the
Pikachu's
lighter.
That's right.
is like darker brown or whatever, and
then the other one's like light brown.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
One about the Switch itself, like the Switch console, it has like prints or like these shapes on the back of Eevee and Pikachu. So that's really cool. That's like
it is cool.
You don't really see that. I think Monster Hunter may have had something like that, but I think it was only on the dock. This may be the first Switch that has like these patterns on the actual Switch device. So that's cool. And then one other thing is, I feel like the Eevee and the Pikachu that are on the dock are just kind of like looking at you, judging you, or they're just like, hey,
like, I know.
When's the last time you showered or something? I know. Like,
I know you're 25 and you're still playing this. Stop it! Stop it! I love you.
But the bundle looks pretty good. I mean, it's not gonna make me go out and buy another Switch, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Some kid's gonna be very happy, very very happy.
Right,
for sure.
So next on our list we have Super Mario Party. They just showed off some cool new stuff about it. Told us that there are 80 brand new mini games for the entire game, and they kind of detailed some of the different modes, making it clear that like there are different ways to play the game.
Yeah.
And that the one where you can connect multiple Switch consoles together isn't like the default standard Mario Party one. I mean, I know that wasn't what they were implying when they first showed it off, but that's kind of what I thought at first was like, oh, so I would just need a bunch of Switch consoles like to actually have fun with a lot of people. I know that's not the case, but that's what I was thinking.
I kind of like the raft one that they've been showing off lately on YouTube. Like that, that one looks like a lot of fun.
The 4-player co-op looks like a blast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it does.
So
it looks like a fun game.
We need to get together.
I'll probably end up getting it.
Yeah, I'm warming up to it. It looks decent.
Yeah, I was a little wary at first. Yeah, because I don't know. I just was. And now it actually looks
because Mario Party 10 wasn't that great.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's Super Mario Party. We'll probably talk about it when it comes out. The next game on the list is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. That's a mouthful. It's going to be all of the levels from the Wii U New Super Mario Bros. Game. It also includes the new Super Luigi U stuff. It also includes 2 new characters. Toadette and Nabbit are playable. Nabbit doesn't take any damage from any enemies. And Toadette, when using a special item, turns into Peachette.
Which why?
Why did they name it Peachette?
Why does she turn into Peach? Is Peach secretly Toadette, and when she eats a mushroom, she turns into herself? Or
so I don't have a problem with the name Toadette. or Peachette. It's more like this guy said, why the heck is she turning into Peach? Since when is Peach a thing you could transform into? Like,
Yeah.
So is this the real Peach, or is this just like some toad that ate a thing that made it into Toadette?
She ate Peach.
Peachette. I can't even get the name straight.
It's weird, but I don't know. Technically, Nabbit was already in the game. If you had New Super Luigi Bros, they're really stretching here, and Toadette's just female Toad. So it's like you could have put more people in this game. Like
I
you
am
could
glad
have
they brought the Luigi DLC. Like that's good though, right?
Yeah,
that is cool.
I mean, I technically have the 2-disc combo anyway for the Wii U, so it's not like it hasn't been done before per se. But
that's true.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I won't pick it up because I still have a Wii U and I still have this game. And if I ever for some reason want to play it again, I'll play it on there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now, I still think that it should have been 3D World instead of New Super Mario Bros. U. I mean, I guess having the 2D Mario scene is nice, and it's really good for playing with 4 people together. I just feel that 3D World would fit better on the Switch, I guess. I don't know.
I like 3D World more.
Yeah, I do too.
And I had a lot of fun playing with friends, and I don't know. I just thought it was a better game overall. Granted, that's not to say that this game wasn't good. It's just not as exciting, you know?
I don't,
Yeah.
3D World and New Super Mario Brothers were just both so vanilla ice cream. They're so average. I mean, they're not terrible games. They're just not as enjoyable as the other titles.
It is pretty vanilla.
But I was kind of hoping that instead they would have done like a New Super Mario Brothers collection, because there's a lot of New Super Mario Brothers content, and it would be nice to have it all in like one place.
That would be cool.
They have 4 games. They could spread it out. And I think personally the Wii one's the best one.
I think the Wii one's the best one too.
Yeah, I've had the most fun with that one out of all of them. The gold coin one had some good moments, but when you want 4-player action, that's the one we all go to. My family, anyway.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe launches January 11th, so the same day as Mario and Luigi. So take your pick.
That's a lot of Mario remake.
Yeah, all on the same day. They also announced Cities Skylines is available now on your Switch. It's kind of a fun little city simulator game where you just get to build cities however you want. I guess it reminds me a lot of like some of the Sims games where you're like SimCity, but it seems to be a little bit more advanced than that whole play style. You get to build the roads and the types of roads, and yeah, I don't know. It looks fun. I might pick it up. Probably not, because I have a gazillion games to play, but it does look really fun.
Nah, so for some reason I've just never been able to get into these type of games. Kind of like a town simulator thing. I've played a little bit of Sims, but I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of these kind of games. Or they're just not for me, I guess.
They also officially announced Civ 6. I mean, I guess they officially announced it like last week, but in the Direct, they showed off a neat little trailer for it. It's really cool that a Civ game is going to be on the Switch. Like,
yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, not gonna lie.
If I'm going to get Civ 6, because I had a ton of fun playing Civ 5, I'll probably get it on my Switch just so that I can play it on the go and, pause and stop whenever I need to.
Yeah.
Instead of on my computer and spend 6 hours at once trying to play through a game.
Indeed.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good.
Yep. They also announced a few new board games coming to the Switch, which is kind of interesting. There's a Lord of the Rings one and a couple of others that they announced that are for sure coming and will be coming soon. But they also let us know that Settlers of Catan and Munchkin are both going to be making it to the Switch as well, which that's pretty big because they're both enormous games.
What?
Like hugely popular.
Yeah. Holy cow. I mean, granted, they're probably not as popular as they were in their heyday, but still, I think someone would maybe not go and buy a Switch for this, but I think you could definitely find the right fan base that own Nintendo consoles that would quickly pick up a Settlers of Catan or Munchkins.
Yeah, totally agree. I totally agree. Any thoughts, Skylar, on this one?
I played Settlers of Catan once. It was okay. And played Munchkin. I've never played Munchkin, so I don't know if I'm the right audience to speak about this.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So the next thing on our list was Wolf was revealed to be in Starlink Battle for Atlas. Wolf from Star Fox, like in case you weren't sure. Not just any old wolf, but the wolf.
A wolf was revealed for Starlink.
wow. I can play as a flying space wolf that guns people down. It's great.
Yeah. And with this, they basically confirmed that Starlink Battle for Atlas will have pretty much a Star Fox like storyline, it seems.
Yeah.
Lots of really good looking cutscenes were teased in there, and voice acting, which actually sounded pretty decent, I think.
Yeah,
and
besides
Wolf is hilarious.
Besides Falco, freaking
Yeah.
Where is his accent? Where did it go? Who did this? I want to find him. I'm gonna get him. It's terrible.
Miyamoto didn't like it. Just kidding. I don't know. But I know Jordan is really interested in Starlink, especially for the Star Fox content. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, so I've played Starlink, and
Oh, that's right.
it has potential. It really does. It's almost like an open world Star Fox game. So, yeah, I'm excited to. I hope they put the demo out again so that we can all try it out and see for ourselves. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm like mildly interested.
Yeah.
It just looks like it loses a lot of frames.
It did. Yeah.
So
Even in
I
handheld
don't.
mode.
Oh boy. That's why I was like second guessing whether or not I should get it. It's just that, and it's $75 with all the toys. So I don't know.
That R-Wing though.
I mean, R-Wings are cool. I like R-Wings.
It does look really good. But anyway, that's Starlink Battle for Atlas. Something I forgot to put on the list was a bunch of Capcom beat 'em up games.
Beat 'em ups
are coming in a big collection. Pretty cool. Nothing that really caught my attention because I feel like we get these types of games released on the Switch on an almost weekly basis with
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
Yeah.
So
tons of SNK.
yeah, but it is cool because there's a lot of online play involved with good multiplayer stuff. So pretty cool. Beyond that, they also had a big highlight reel of like some of the other random games that are coming to the Switch. Nothing really caught my eye. I wasn't really paying attention to that part. I don't know if you guys caught anything in that highlight reel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I used to love Lego games, but I just haven't gone back since Lego City.
Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars, but I played a bit of Lego City. Is that what the one where it's like GTA?
Yeah,
except
Lego
Legos.
City.
Yeah,
Lego City.
Lego
yeah.
City.
I really like that one, but
Yeah.
haven't tried any or haven't played any since. But
Yeah, I played a bit with Mason on that one. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister and I would play Lego games together all the time. We loved Lego Star Wars the most, but it was also fun playing through Lego Indiana Jones and stuff. But
yeah.
Anyway, that's the big highlight reel. And that is the end of our list of the basic stuff with little to talk about. Now let's get into the big highlights that we got during the Nintendo Direct. And the first one was shown off in the first 37 seconds of the Direct. That's how long the video upload is, at least for this trailer. And it's Luigi's Mansion 3. Oh my goodness. How they started the Direct with this.
That's great. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks like a lot of fun. Like Mason,
It does.
I was watching it with Mason. He's like, "Is that a new mansion?" Oh my gosh! I was like, it's Luigi's Mansion 3. But yeah, it's super cool.
It looks so good.
It looks like
when
a
I was
hotel.
watching the stream. Oh, yeah, it does look like a hotel. You're right.
Or a
I think in one of the first
hospital.
frames we see like a Mario styled suitcase or something.
Yeah. And you can
So,
see like a
who
bell,
knows
like
what
a
the story is.
bellhop thing, like where you have
Yeah.
cash, whatever. The front desk. You see a front desk. Oh,
Yeah.
and in the title screen where it shows the working title, you can see like it's like a huge tower. So it's almost like this hotel is like a gigantic tower, and they're gonna have different levels that way, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do see it.
Maybe they'll keep part of what they had in Luigi's Mansion 2, but then also bring the just an all-in-one place kind of feel they had with the first game.
Yeah.
But just separated by floor levels. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're clearly going more towards the Dark Moon route with this game. The ghosts are definitely stylized like the ghosts in Dark Moon rather than the ghosts in the first game. I really hope that they don't do missions across the areas like they did with Dark Moon, because that made it feel like they broke up the game too much. I just would like to explore the mansion and progress as I get like new items or new keys and stuff like the first game. I don't mind the like combat and mechanics that were in Dark Moon. I really don't want it to be mission based. So anyway,
I agree.
They for sure did the mission based stuff because it was on the 3DS, and the 3DS, like, you know, you could play through small missions and then turn off your 3DS if you wanted to, because it wasn't as good as the Switch is at suspending play necessarily. You could close it, but it would still drain the battery like fairly quickly. So, I mean, I see that's why they had to do it. But anyway, we only have 37 seconds to analyze all of Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion 3. And it looks really good, and I'm really excited to play an HD Luigi's Mansion game.
Oh,
I really am.
Really good. It's exciting. And there's so much pizza, at least on one level.
The pizza.
Yeah. Well, since we only have 37 seconds of that, I guess we should move on to the next topic, which is Splatoon 2 version 4. I thought they were done updating this game with the Rank X stuff and a couple of other stages and the DLC that was released over the summer, but they're not, apparently. They've got a whole bunch of new gear coming, a whole bunch of new weapons that look really fun and interesting, and they're changing up Splatfest a ton. So that instead of it being strictly like solo queue and team queue, you can actually do what's called normal mode and pro mode. Normal mode, where you can play either by yourself or with up to 3 other people instead of being locked into teams of 4. Thank goodness. That should have been the case from the beginning. Anyway, and pro mode lets you go all by yourself, and it pits you up against people with the same Splatfest rank as you, or a Splatfest like point total as you, instead of just like throwing all of the fanboys together or the kings and queens together. It actually goes based off your Splatfest power, which will make the matches a lot fairer than they currently are. And a bunch of other stuff. A lot of that's detailed on the official Splatoon 2 blog. I really liked the trailer. It was so cool.
I like that stage, man. That's a cool stage.
Yeah.
Like Japanese Buddhist temple. It's pretty cool. Or Shinto. I don't know which one. No, it's Buddhist.
I just can't believe that Nintendo has made a game that looks as cool and as fresh as Splatoon 2 does, like as hip and modern. It's crazy. Like,
if you mean hip and modern as like 1990, sure.
It's like hip and modern as Jet Set Radio, dog.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go.
I mean, it is awesome that Nintendo has this new IP that they're just pouring so much into, and I love it. And I hope they don't stop making new IPs.
Oh yeah,
right. The next thing they did was, well, I guess we're kind of out of order, but another thing they talked about was some new content for Mario Tennis Aces. James, you've been playing a lot of Mario Tennis Aces. You want to talk about that?
Sure. So Birdo and PD Piranha were officially revealed as characters that you'll get, which is great because I thought PD Piranha was stuck to being just a boss, but now you'll be able to play as him, and I love that. PD Piranhas has always been one of my favorite in the spin-offs to play as.
PD Piranha's great.
Yeah. So that's great. And I like the new extra modes in co-op. Granted, I don't know how fun they'll be, but I'm glad they're trying new things. They're bringing new things and giving us more to play around with. And some of it's online. So it's not just you just playing a tennis match with someone. You're actually like working together as a team online. So which could end up being bad if your team sucks. But hey, it's at least it's something different. So I'm excited to try that out as well.
They're trying to flesh out the whole package, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. I like that they're actually adding content to the game. It feels more like the Splatoon 2 model instead of it just here's the static game and we're never adding more stuff. Yeah. So I like that Nintendo's been doing
it almost looked like they were going to be adding more single player content too, because there was some stuff where Mario was like fighting a Shadow Mario, or like he was doing more stuff by himself. that I didn't do. So it's like, are they adding even more to the single player campaign, which is interesting and obviously welcomed. So hey.
Mesa is so funny. He's like, back in my day, they finished games before they put them out. I was like, dude, what the heck? You're so funny. Yeah.
So, that's Mario Tennis Aces.
You know, people freak out about, physical copies and digital releases. And granted, I like having physical copies. That's great. But one of the big reasons why people are like, I have to buy a physical copy is so that when it doesn't need all the updates. Like all the updates will come on the cartridge, so I don't need the to update it. And like for example, someone was like, I'm gonna buy Breath of the Wild for the 4th time because they've had so many updates, but they're gonna release Breath of the Wild again. So I think this will be the last time, and then I'll have the whole game on the cartridge. Like, whoa, you need to calm down, my man.
It still doesn't work like that until it's like 5 years down the line.
I don't know. I think it's a little silly, but whatever.
It is quite ridiculous.
I mean, I do like physical copies. Don't get me wrong, but
no, I do too.
Extreme.
I have quite a few of them, but yeah. So Mario Tennis Aces. They also talked about Nintendo Switch Online, which was kind of fun. They gave a little video about it with lots of really cool Mario animation. I don't know. It didn't seem like they gave us more information than they already had on their website.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I definitely feel like this video was for the parent. Kind of like how they had the Bowser and Bowser Jr. video. It was slow paced, take your time, but still kind of enjoyable to watch. Something that a parent and their child would sit down and watch together and understand better. So I think for the video itself, it did what it had to do, and I think it was fine and enjoyable. But it didn't give us anything new. It didn't really sell us on why we should be buying this. And when I say we, I mean avid Nintendo players who are already going to probably buy the online. Yeah. So I don't know. I was hoping for something big, something that would be just like, zing, here it is. Now you really want it. But didn't really get it.
No, and the cool part, the deal section they were going to talk about, they're just like, we'll talk about it later. Like, but
that's what you said before. You said later was before. Later is now. You have a direct. Like
later is now, Nintendo.
Oh gosh.
At least tell us what's going on with it. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. So at least they showed off the cool new NES controllers, I guess.
Yeah, the $60 NES controllers.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Where does the $6 come from? Does it have?
They had a price tag on it.
No. But I mean.
No, what makes it $60? Like, because I don't think anything. It literally just charges like the Joy-Cons. It doesn't have HD Rumble. There's no need for it to. It doesn't have the motion controls because you can't use them with other games. It's like, why are these $60, Nintendo?
Makes no sense.
Tell me. Please tell me. That's worth the entire NES Classic. Like,
yeah, for real. It's a little bit money hungry, but I mean.
I'll buy them. Just kidding. I don't think I will.
I'm not going to buy them. No
I'm not buying these. I'm like, I already have a bunch of Joy-Con anyway. I don't need to spend $60 on these too.
Yeah.
So
I definitely, my Joy-Con collecting hunger is not active right now with these.
I still need to get the Splatoon colors. Like that'll complete my collection. Well, not my collection. That'll complete my desire for more Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I mean, even for Pro controllers, I didn't have it until I saw the Smash one. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh, Smash Brothers.
Yep. So moving away from Nintendo Switch Online, which by the way launches next week, and you get a 7-day free trial, and then you have to pay money. Anyway, there was a new game announced being made by Game Freak, and it is called, right now, it's a working title, Town.
Yes.
Boy.
It looks really cute.
I wonder.
Game Freak.
Yeah, Game Freak,
why Town? I mean, maybe it's just not ready to announce yet, but you went ahead and did it anyway. I don't know. Town. Working title. Oh, you don't say.
Here's my thing. I don't know what the name is in Japanese because the name is just literally like the English word town. Then it makes a little more sense because the Japanese like to just do random English words anyway because English sounds cool, right? So, but if it's just machi or mura, like, what?
That's a code name.
No.
Yeah,
like in Japan.
Yeah, definitely.
No, guys. That's town in Japanese. Like what I'm saying is
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right. But
no.
But that would be like a code name for the developers to call the name, and they just decided to tell us the code name of the game.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like that would be weird if it was like that in Japan. But if it is town in Japanese, like the English word town in Japan, then yes, like I think it'll be okay title, but I would hope they would change it for America. But
yeah, I agree.
But anyway, like it does seem very basic.
yeah,
It doesn't really tell you what the game is about.
if it ain't a Pokemon, I guess it's just generic. I'm just kidding.
But I did think what I saw was interesting. I thought the art style was reminiscent of Oasis game. What was that called? On the 3DS?
Ever Oasis.
Ever Oasis, yeah. And but I don't know. We didn't see any gameplay though, so that is kind of like, but it's Game Freak, so who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
They did say that the entire game takes place in one town. I don't know how that's going to be for a game that seems to be some sort of RPG, but whatever. We have to wait for more information before we can really have an opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
So Town by Game Freak. The next one is Yoshi's Crafted World. Is that the first time we got an official title for this game?
Technically, but
yes.
they leaked it, or they posted the title up on their website like a few hours before the direct was supposed to air last week. So yeah.
Well, it's now slated for spring 2019. Isn't that an entire year delay from their first time frame for release? Didn't they say it was going to be released to spring this year?
Yeah, they did.
I think
well,
so.
they at least
I know they said
was
last
this year.
Yeah. They said it was going to be this year. I don't know if they said spring, but
Yeah, and then they kind of like pushed it under the rug at E3, and then they're like, yeah, actually, it's 2019 review. Must have hit a snag. I mean, how else are you going to fill that cardboard in one little cartridge? I mean, shoot.
Right.
All those paper
but
cups.
The game looks beautiful.
Oh,
it looks beautiful, guys.
It looks gorgeous, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
I was like, this is adorable. I need this so bad.
If you thought Woolly World was adorable, this one it looks so good.
We need a
good.
Woolly costume for Yoshi and Smash.
Yeah.
This is like
I think we do.
It's like a series. It's got two of them.
yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Get Paper Mario in there and the other Yoshi.
And Papercraft Yoshi and
perfect.
Wool Yoshi. And there we go. Clay Kirby as well and Yarn Kirby. Just to have some extra skins.
Shoot, yeah.
But anyway, Yoshi's Crafted World is slated for spring 2019, as we said. The game looks better than it did, clearly, because they've had time to polish it. One cool thing that they announced is that you can play through the levels backwards so that you can see the flip side of the paper art because things are hiding in their secret areas and stuff. And I think that's a really cool touch for a game that focuses so much on 2D platforming in a 3D type space. I think that's a really cool way to kind of mix things up and challenge you and make sure you find everything.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed about that is it seems like there was a timer of sorts. So I wonder if you only have a certain amount of time, or there's a time limit to how far you can go backwards, or if it's a timed event or something like that. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Looks really, really fun. Really good. Then they announced so much Final Fantasy.
Yes.
So much Final Fantasy.
So much.
Yeah.
We heard about Pocket Edition last week when the Direct was delayed.
Barf.
They've also announced some of the other mobile type stuff, but the big thing.
Well, also Crystal Chronicles, you can't forget that one. Granted, that was announced a couple days ago, maybe last week. at like a Sony press conference. Still, that is huge. That is coming back, and people can actually play it. Because I never played it. I obviously didn't have the 4 Game Boy Advances that were necessary to play that.
Oh yeah.
So it's cool that this is coming here, and that there will be other options. I think online options, in fact, to play the game. So that'd be fun. But yeah, anyway, sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. I forgot to write that one down, so good catch. But like the big part of the so much Final Fantasy announcement was that they're bringing 7, 9, 10, and 12 to the Switch.
Chocobo's Dungeon. Dad, how could you forget that?
Dungeon.
How could you forget that?
Every song is Chocobo theme. Everything is Chocobo. Everything is Chocobo.
I wanted the same thing. I was like, who thought this was a good idea?
You gotta
I
put
just love this theme so much.
Chocobo hats, Chocobo shirts, Chocobo pants. That's all you get. It's just Chocobo. I mean, I like Chocobo as much as the next guy.
If you at home weren't sure, Skylar loves Chocobo. Like
Chocobo is the only reason to play Final Fantasy because of the song. The Chocobo song, best song in the whole game. Sorry, you thought Crimson Blitz was good? No. Chocobo theme.
Child's play.
There's so much sarcasm laced in there.
No, really. No. So what I really liked about this reveal is that they went to 12, and it's like, oh my gosh, 12 is coming. Oh man. And I was just thinking to myself, it was so great if we had like 7 or even some of the older games there, which we didn't get the older games, but still, it'd be great to have older games. And then it's like 7, 9, 10, part 1 and part 2. It's like, oh, like how? What did I deserve to do to get this? What did I do to deserve this? Is what I meant to say. Oh my gosh, that was hype. That was exciting.
7 looks so old.
Oh, it does. It looks so old. I can't wait to play it.
It looks so old. Oh, whatever. It's just like Sakurai's like, you know what? If you don't put Final Fantasy VII on a Switch, we're not going to put Cloud back in Smash Brothers. And
Cloud's gone forever.
Cloud's gone forever. Come on, guys. They're like, you know what? Fine. We like making money here. We'll put FS7 on the Switch.
You know the interesting thing about this is that these games are also coming to Xbox One. 7, 9, 10, 12. And yeah, they're coming to Xbox One as well. So I guess they're just trying to push their, IPs to other systems, which bodes well for future Final Fantasy and Square Enix titles. If they're not too graphically extensive, then perhaps they'll try to put them on the Switch. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I sure hope so.
Now I just need to hear that laugh.
Anyway.
Great. I can be included in memes now.
Yep. But speaking of Smash, they announced officially the bundle that was leaked a couple days ago, which looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I'm crying.
If I didn't have a Switch, I'd buy it. Like, for sure.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Like,
between this and
you
the
got
Pokemon
the dock with all
like,
of the main characters.
There's no way I would. I mean, Pikachu's on both of these. So
yes.
I think I'll go with the one that looks more like Pikachu.
And one with the one where the controller design doesn't look like poop.
Well, you said it.
I mean,
No. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Skylar.
It's just like 2 lines, and all of a sudden, bam! It's a Smash controller. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, Smash controller, boom, 2 lines, boom, got this.
That is a good
brilliant
point.
design.
That is
like,
a good point.
It's the same color too. It's the gray ones. It's just got lines on it. But I mean, those 2 lines will make those controllers go from $75 to $150.
Where's the lie? I see none.
You don't see the lines?
No. The lie. Like I'm saying you're telling the truth.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. It's sad, but I mean, that's just how it's gonna work.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. It does look really good though.
What do you think, Skylar? Would you be tempted to pick this up?
I would be, but I already have a Switch, number 1. Number 2, it doesn't come with the metal case edition.
That's true.
So no, I won't be getting it. And number 3, I'd have to switch all my games over. And I am not doing that. So
yeah, I was thinking the other day, like, would there be something that I would do it for other than like a new Switch system, like, you know, an upgrade of that. But, you know, unless it was maybe like Xenoblade themed one, I don't think I'd do it. Maybe Zelda. I'd probably do Zelda too, but
Yeah, Zelda.
yeah. But this Smash one does look really good. I just don't want to have to deal with the transferring of the data and everything. That's the part that just is like, so that's holding me back. Like I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I've been doing it with I've been upgrading my 360 to an Xbox One this past week, and it took like, what was it, a week and a half to download everything.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't have that many games either, like not as many as I have on my Switch anyway. So I think I'm gonna pass.
Good plan. Very good plan. But yeah, I agree. It's really tempting, but I already have a Switch. I don't want to transfer it. My Switch is an OG day one Switch, so
Baby.
got to keep that.
So it's probably got all the issues of day one consoles.
Yeah. I could hack it easy, you know, with the hardware bug.
Just like my Switch. It's like, oh,
and James's Switch.
is this supposed to bend this way? I think it's getting too hot, guys. Oh crap, the screen is scratched.
Yeah, that's the only one I've been having issues with. Although my screen isn't scratched because I have a screen protector, but maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Am I just taking it out of the dock wrong, or is there something wrong with my dock? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
What they need to do is, granted, they do sell separate docks, but they need to have like those special edition docks, like the Smash one, and sell them separately for the fans who already own a Switch. But they won't because it's just more money for them to do it in a bundle. It's like, gosh, freaking dang it.
Buy another Switch and you can have it.
No, I should. I should no. Please stop.
I shouldn't. No, I don't even like sand.
It's coarse and gets everywhere.
Yeah, it gets everywhere, man. Anyway.
So yeah, the bundle, pretty cool. Let's move on to the Animal Crossing troll that they then pulled. They showed a trailer. They didn't give us the Smash logo or anything at the beginning. It just was like, here we go. And it's Isabelle sitting in the mayor's office of a town in Animal Crossing, and she's really bored and is really upset that the mayor has been gone for so long since he's off, you know, playing Smash Brothers and camping. So she's like, maybe I'll be mayor, and kind of laughs and says, nah, it's okay. And then in comes the mailman. What's his name? Petey? Yeah, I think I got that right.
The pelican.
Yeah, the pelican mailman. He walks in with a letter, and if you look closely, the letter has the Smash seal on it, like Villager got back for Smash for Wii U's trailer. Anyway, she opens it, and she's been invited to Smash, and she's in Smash now. And so
not even an
a lot
Echo.
of people, no, not even an Echo. She's a brand new character.
Yeah,
but I say it's a troll because it starts off like really nice looking town hall office and everything, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's a new Animal Crossing game. And then they like took that away from me for a few minutes and made it all about Smash Brothers. But we'll talk about Smash Brothers and then how they resolved that in a second.
See,
anyway, what are you guys' thoughts of Isabelle as a Smash character?
I was kind of hoping, because they had panned to the next scene and they were doing the same thing with Tom Nook, and then he's like,
yeah,
I was like, I want to play as Tom Nook. I don't want to play as Isabelle. I like Tom Nook. He's been with the series since the beginning. Tom Nook, KK Slider, freaking what's the cat, Rover.
Rover,
Mr. Rossetti, freaking Cap'n, all these people who've been in several iterations. I was like, man, there's so many characters I want to play as. I was kind of hoping they'd go the route of like a Bowser Jr. thing, or like a Olimar, where they have the costume switches between the characters, but it didn't happen. So,
but anyway, Isabelle's in. What do you think, James? You happy Isabelle made it?
I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. The character there. I was excited that we had a new character, but you know, it just doesn't really excite me too much. But you know, I'm happy for the Animal Crossing fans.
sure.
Yeah, like, you know, there was demand for her. I am perplexed that she has her own moveset. I thought she would have worked just fine as an Echo. Not saying that she can't be her own character, and especially if Sakurai is like, I want her as her own character. Like, go right ahead, man.
I thought it was interesting though, because this is the only character that Sakurai really hasn't, introduced
commented
in a sense. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't do this. He didn't do the Inkling.
Yeah, that one just kind of happened for sure. But I mean, as a contrast to Ridley and K. Rool, Isabelle's like on a much lower freak out for me, just because of like K. Rool and Ridley have been asked for so long.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And Isabelle made her first appearance in the latest main Animal Crossing game. So
Yeah.
So I mean,
kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, but I think it's one of those characters I gotta play to know if I'm gonna like it or not. Because sometimes you could just look at like Ridley or K. Rool or even Simon and just be like, man, that looks really cool. I want to try that out.
Yeah.
But Isabelle, I mean, there are like differences between Villager because she is her own character, but at the same time, just like I don't know, like nothing's like screaming like, oh, I'm gonna like this. So I gotta play it and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Isabelle. You made it.
You might
Welcome to Smash Brothers.
You might make my modern ice climber status.
Oh no.
That's terrible, Skylar. She's cute though.
Yeah, so are the ice climbers.
Not as much.
just think of a giant crocodile, K. Rool just beating on Isabelle. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
It's like
I'm just waiting for. Oh, sorry. Go
crocodiles eating dogs, just like in Florida. So.
Oh man.
That's so sad. But I'm waiting for Sakurai to announce Skull Kid. That's the next step. Skull Kid, then Karate Joe and Banjo, and then Gino, and I'm done. And that's all I need in life.
I think Karate Joe makes more sense than Chorus Kids, just in my mind.
Yeah, then Chorus Kids for sure.
Because I mean, he's been with the series.
I agree.
He's been with the series since the beginning too. So I mean, he's a staple. I wouldn't mind seeing
To
him.
Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
For those of you that listening that don't know who we're talking about characters from the Rhythm Heaven series, which
I think that
it's kind of niche anyway.
yeah. I think this is just tangent, but I would like the wrestler, masked wrestler guy. I think that'd be
Wubba dubba dub, is that true?
Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
you go big guy.
That'd be great. Karate. I mean, is it going to be this Karate Joe or Karate Joe from Kirby? I never know. Or that's Knuckle Joe. Sorry, but we also Bandanity has been floating around for a while. I mean, he was number 7 on the combined exit polls with Japan, Europe, and North America. It's interesting. We haven't heard anything or seen anything about him yet either. So I don't know. There's a bunch of characters that are still kind of up for speculation. But
yeah.
Skull Kid and Gino though. That's all I need.
We probably won't hear any big Smash reveal until maybe October. But I wonder if we'll have another big direct either October or November. What do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking like a month before the game comes out, just to really hype and push it all the way to the end. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did get like one random character like they did with this in October. Yeah, but then like announce all of the big hitting final characters in November. Yeah,
I agree.
Makes sense.
I think that's a good plan. So, Smash, man, it's coming together.
Gonna be big.
Everyone's here. Everyone is here.
It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big. Just reminded me of Hercules there for a minute. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, that's Smash Brothers. And then after that, with the whole Tom Nook thing Skylar mentioned earlier, they, through the mouth of Tom Nook, announced Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch launching in 2019. And oh boy, am I excited for Animal Crossing for Switch. Like,
it'll be great.
I love Animal Crossing, and it feels like it belongs on the Switch. I really liked City Folk, but it was hard for me to open up my Wii every day to just play City Folk sitting down at the TV. But I really liked having it on the TV at the same time. And so combining the best of both worlds with the 3D nature of the handheld nature of Animal Crossing with the Wild World and New Leaf games, combine that with like the really good TV stuff, that's the ideal Animal Crossing game.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
That's what Tom Nook's like, well, everybody else is busy playing Smash Brothers. I guess I'll just make the next Animal Crossing. It's like,
Fine. Sure.
Fine. I'll just do this then.
I'll actually
like,
I'll make all the money.
I'll make all the money because I'm Tom Nook. It's like, Tom Nook, there was like a secret part of me is like, I hope Tom Nook's playable just so I can like beat people with bags of money and stuff. just be a businessman.
While wearing like a little bow tie small suit thing, you know?
So funny. But I mean, it was a cool way to announce the game, and I'm excited.
It was very Animal Crossing esque, like just kind of like sitting at his desk. It's like, well, I guess got nothing better else to do. You guys want a new game? Like it just fit. It was just very casual.
It did.
I like it.
Sitting by himself in his office coding all day. Yeah.
Yes. He's like watching YouTube videos. He's like, I probably should get back to work. Well,
what the heck, Isabelle? Why'd you leave me in charge?
So you're at Tom Nook. We all know that you're secretly in charge of everyone's bank account basically anyway. So it doesn't really matter. You are the epitome of monetary power. So
Right.
I do love. I guess kind of going back to the troll, like. You know, because people were so hungry for Animal Crossing, like when Isabelle was there talking, people were like, new game. And I was like, Smash. No, it's Smash. It's Smash. And then it turned out to be Smash.
Yeah,
and then when Tom Nook came on, people were like, it's Smash Echo or stuff like that. No, this is a new game.
it's like we got new character Isabelle. Every other character's an echo of Isabelle. We're even gonna have freaking Meringue in there. Curse you, Meringue. Anyway,
Curse you.
Why won't you leave my house, my town?
But anyway, I think this is exciting. Like this is really great for Animal Crossing, and it was bound to happen. And
yes, I agree. I can't wait to see more about it.
Yeah, I expected this to be announced this year. Unlike Luigi's Mansion 3. I thought Luigi's Mansion 3 was going to be a 2019 title, but I thought they were going to announce it in 2019. So seeing it here was kind of like, whoa, like that was crazy. But then having the Animal Crossing was like, yes, okay, I feel like I understand the world a little better now because they finally announced Animal Crossing as I thought they would at E3 at least. But anyway,
definitely
it happened. So yay.
Well, that's pretty much everything that happened in the Direct. Overall, I think it was a pretty good Direct for the big Nintendo fans. Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing just like blew it out of the water. Lots of really fun stuff to kind of sprinkle in between with the few new cool announcements. So really enjoyed this Direct.
2019
really good stuff.
It's going to be packed. Like
yeah, it is
seriously packed.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4, please. It's probably going to be a 2020.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2020.
Anyway.
But
Bayonetta 3.
You never know.
With Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing coming out next year, I think Metroid's going to be 2020.
Yeah.
So.
And then supposedly Pokemon later that year as well.
Yeah.
So, but so much coming out, and that's great because then people can stop complaining about, oh, they don't have any Nintendo games. They're like, well, now you have them all, so please stop. Like,
we have one from every series except F-Zero and Star Fox. Are you happy? No, I want F-Zero.
No,
Anyway.
I want my second Zelda and my second Mario Odyssey.
it's time.
Give me Mario Odyssey 2.
Let me just laser blast you right here. It makes my most anticipated game from Mario Odyssey 1 to Mario Odyssey 2. Yeah, anyway. But yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 2, baby.
Wins every year.
Anyway, so good Direct, but we should probably move on to what we've been playing this week, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
We good? All right. Well, I have been playing Hollow Knight the last couple of weeks. I got it on that sale like a month ago, and holy goodness gracious, is it a good game, guys. I love Hollow Knight so much.
Yes, it is
I
a good game.
have barely been able to put it down. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yes, it is a good game. Picked it up at launch on the console, I think. Me and Mason and I have been slowly working our way through it. but
it's so good. I beat the boss the other day. I'm working on 100%ing the game and going through all the DLC stuff, and it is so good. The atmosphere is just so like mysterious and fun. You know, the main character never talks, and so it's just like you kind of have to get what's going on in the world from other characters, and I love that so much. It really feels like a true Metroidvania game, but with like its own flair and its own identity. I also really like the combat where, you know, you're basically just swinging a sword and you have spells. Like that's such a fun take on the Metroidvania series for me. I never really played much of the Castlevania games, but for Metroid games and such as Metroid and like even Axiom Verge, it's all like shooter based. But this one's all like close combat, and I love that. It's so fun. You can change things up by putting on different patches, I think they're called, or notches. No, I don't remember what they're called.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You get the notches to put these things on. Anyway, like you can increase the range of your sword, or your nail is what the weapon's called, or you can increase your magic power and other stuff like that. It's so fun. And after beating the game, it's in the high 9s. I haven't really thought about a score, but I love this game so much, and I highly recommend it. For $15 with all of the content it offers, it's totally worth your money and your time investment. I am loving this game. So anyway,
it sounds great.
That's Hollow Knight.
I've only heard praises about it. So it's definitely on the list of games I'm interested in.
I will say though that the bosses are pretty tough.
Yeah, that's what's keeping me away.
So that might be a challenge for some people. I'm not saying that to call you out or anything, James. I want the listeners to know that the bosses are really tough.
Tongue Defender.
Yeah. Tongue Defender is the funniest guy. He's a dung beetle, and you fight him in a sea of poop. It's great.
Almost best boss of the year if it wasn't for Hat in Time's forest boss. But anyway.
Yeah, I still need to play Hat in Time. That's next when it comes out on Switch. Or maybe I'll just get it for my PlayStation. I don't know.
Yeah,
either way.
I bought it before the announcement, played through it. It's a blast. Really good. So.
Yeah. Also been semi playing Breath of the Wild. I've been dating this girl for the past couple of weeks. I'm not saying she's my girlfriend because she's not. But she wanted to come over and play Breath of the Wild on my Switch because she doesn't have one. And she pulled up Breath of the Wild on my Switch while I was sitting there, and I got to relive how the Great Plateau felt to a newcomer, which was really cool. The way that you like kind of slowly explore things and step out onto the Great Plateau, and the music just like hits you, and it's so good. I love Breath of the Wild. So anyway, that's what I've been up to this week.
Great. So I've also been playing a Zelda game. It's actually called the Twilight Princess 2. No,
What? Where'd you get it?
Wow. Capcom. No,
What?
So Okami is definitely a Zelda game. I was like, when I started playing, I was like, this isn't Zelda. Then that was like 10 minutes in. It was like, this isn't Zelda. This is something totally different. And I was still liking it. But then, hours in, I'm like, okay, this is Zelda. This is basically copy and paste. But not to its discredit. Like, it takes that formula and it makes its own. So it's like basically you're playing as Link Wolf or Wolf Link from Twilight Princess through the whole game, but you just have a little more abilities in that form. So that's cool. But you can definitely see this is a Kamiya game. Like there is a lot of his signs. Like you go into a battle, and when you defeat the enemies, you get rewards or the trophies or whatever. That there's some quick time events. There's other things as well. Like it screams Kamiya, especially his earlier work, kind of like Virtual Judo. But what really sells this game is its art style, because it does look like a classic Japanese art that you would see like on a scroll or something like that. It is really quite beautiful, and how it plays into Japanese folklore, and well, it takes a lot of inspiration from it, but then makes it its own. And so obviously your wolf Amaterasu doesn't talk. Like she's just mute. Because it's a wolf, but you have these cast of characters around you that are selling the narrative, the story. And I'll be honest, like I'm only about 5 hours in, and so the story isn't like super compelling. You're just kind of like, just okay, here we go. We're just going through the motions here, or we're just go here, kind of explore this area. Kind of a thing, but what's engaging and charming are the characters, are the people around it, and they're just so quirky and silly, and I kind of love it. And their expressions are crazy, and they just do like the darndest things sometimes. There's this one where this guy, he's the supposed ancestor or what's the word? Supposed offspring or. You know, someone had a great-great-grandfather, something important. That's their ancestor. What's the...
Descendant?
Descendant. There you go. Thank you. Their descendant is supposed descendant of a great hero or whatever, but he's just like this lazy drunk. But then he somehow gets like inspired to go out and try something, or, try to save the day. And so he tries to whack things with his wooden sword. In order to make him feel good, you slice it for him, so he doesn't know. And so he thinks he's like this super like hero. And so he goes about like trying to save the day. And so when you go to area, you'll see him doing stuff and you have to like save him. And it's so funny. Susano's his name. But anywho, I highly recommend to the Zelda fans. I think you really love this, and it plays great on the Switch. Having it portable is a plus. And that HD rumble, like Capcom decided to go above and beyond on that. They're just like, we're gonna make you feel every step and feel every flower bloom. Like it is crazy how far they went with the HD rumble.
Everything
That's awesome.
A big reason why I'm playing this is because a lot of people will tell me, "Oh, Okami was a better Zelda game than Twilight Princess," which hurts me a lot. So I was like, fine, I haven't played Okami, so I can't really say. I'm gonna play it now, and I kind of want to do a video where I compare the two, which is really the better game, or at least the better Zelda game. So I don't know, but I really do. I am enjoying the game so far, and I'm trying to go into it with a mindset that is not Zelda's or Twilight Princess is my favorite game, but more like not thinking about that at all, just taking Okami as its own experience. But you just cannot help but look at it and be like, this is Zelda. Like, we're in a dungeon, we're fighting a boss. This is Zelda. And anyway, very well done so far.
Yes,
that's awesome. I have been thinking about picking up Okami. I have too many games to play.
Highly recommend it for you.
And I'm a master student, so cool. What about you, Skylar? What you been up to?
Well, as far as Nintendo goes, I've just been really playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe this past week.
Good game.
Went over to my friend's house, played with him for his birthday, and then had a friend stay over, and we played again some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We had a really good time. I finally earned my golden glider, so I have all the parts.
Congratulations!
Now. Yeah, I got all the parts now. All the cups are done. So.
Getting all of those parts is pretty rough. You have to get so many coins.
Yeah, it's only really the
crazy.
gold glider that's a problem because it jumps from like 2,000 to 5,000. Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Finally got it though, and so technically I've completed Deluxe now. So I'm done with Deluxe.
I basically stopped after I got whatever I needed to get in order to get the changing banner at the beginning. Because before it's just like the one title screen, but then when you get like a certain amount of cups, like you get like the changing characters. That was all I wanted.
Yeah.
I got that. I was like, okay, I'm not trying for anything else. I'm done. I'll just play randomly.
So I punished myself and I did all of the 200cc cups and everything, but I did not get all of the 3 stars on those cups because it's so hard. You have to go like a super light character with a card that only has acceleration, or else you're just gonna be smacking into walls and unable to turn.
Yeah,
it's so rough.
So we did a 200cc cup when I was over with a bunch of my friends for his birthday party. We had like 4 people with their Switches. We all connected up to 8, but like everyone else is like, "How do you play 200?" they're just like boosting everywhere. I'm like, hey, and I'm like slowing down and stuff. Like,
yeah, you actually have to push the brake button.
Yeah, you
like
do.
you actually have to push the brake button.
You have to hit certain jumps. If you hit other ones, you fly off, and you have to hit everything at the right angle. It's crazy, but I just thought it was so funny. I was like, I actually won that cup, and I was like, man, this is the first 200 cup I think I've legitimately won with people. But it was crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as Nintendo games are concerned. I mean, I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 15 and some other stuff. But
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Not Pocket Edition though.
No, the real one where the characters actually look like the characters.
Gosh,
instead of Pocket Edition, everybody's a chibi that doesn't even. I mean, they slightly resemble who they're supposed to look like. So
I don't know why it bothers me so much. It really does. It bothers me so much. Like
it's like.
This isn't Final Fantasy. This
isn't Final Fantasy. What is this? Who are you people?
I don't recognize these characters. They all look the same.
I mean, anyway. poor guy who's like freaking top heavy as crap. You know, those poor little
defender.
Those poor little stubbly legs are just gonna crack right underneath him.
This is what happens when you skip leg day.
Dude,
turn into a chibi.
In the game, he makes jokes. Like in Final Fantasy 15, he makes jokes about how he needs the leg space in the back. He did not miss leg day in the game, but in this Pocket Edition, he definitely skipped leg day.
He did.
He's like, oh, this man had one too many Phoenix Downs.
Messes a guy up, you know. He's just not the same.
It's like there's only so many times you can be brought back before it does things to you.
Oh boy. Well, I guess that'll do it for us this week, folks. That sentence came out so slowly. I'm sorry. Anyway, before we end this episode, we'd just like to take a minute to thank you for joining us. Your support means a ton. Come follow us on Twitter on @Nintensity or at @virtual_boys. We're having a fun time on Twitter. James and I and one of our other website staff members have access, and so constantly posting some fun stuff. So check that out and let us know what you think about the Direct.
And you can also come talk to us about Nintendo stuff on our Discord server. We got some Nintendo fans eager to chat with you there. Check it out at nintendo.city/discord. And patrons on Patreon get access to a supporter-only chat to help us make decisions about the show, website, and more. And while we're on the topic of Patreon, I'd like to give a shout-out to our patrons Chris, Chase, Ratmvp, and MyEcho, as well as Joseph. Thank you for your continued support of the show. If you want to support the show, get early access to our podcast episodes and more, be sure to check it out at patreon.com/Nintensity.
And it gets even better for Patreon supporters. We're doing a micro podcast for patron supporters only. It's called Virtual Boy Micro, and we just talk about a random topic each week, whatever happens to be on our mind. It may or may not have anything to do with Nintendo. Like we've talked about ice cream and anime and stuff. Anyway, we'll probably record that right after this, so you can get access to it again at patreon.com/Nintensity.
And guess what? We have a YouTube page, if you didn't know.
What? No way.
Yeah. Kind of been stalling subscribers lately. Yeah, that Waluigi video, like it did its good, but now I'm kind of like, I need another video to get us through. So I'm trying, guys. But anyway, right now I'm working on a Torna video, kind of just my hype for that. So look forward to that. And if you like it, give us a little subscribe. We also have music in our podcast, if you didn't know. Because sometimes people skip that kind of stuff, which is shame on you.
It's new to me.
Because Skylar has some beautiful music that he's composed, and he's one talented dude. You can check out his music on his SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Skytar with a 5 instead of an S.
Yeah, and thanks again for tuning into the Virtual Boys podcast this week. To help the show grow, just leave a review on iTunes and let your friends know about the show. We'd love to get some more support that way. Be sure to check out our website at nintensity.com. And to learn more about this episode, check out our show notes at nintendo.city/EP109. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, dang it. Goodbye, you good people.